Well, hello, somebody waved me up. My name is Steve Cordova, for those of you who don't yet know me. I'm the Executive Director of Total Concept. We are the owner and developer of the Osborn that Jeff had been talking about. But to answer your question, Mr. Hart, a little more fully, they are a grassroots organization, which is absolutely necessary, and the housing and homelessness situation is a broad continuum. And so I appreciate when you mentioned how do we keep people housed, and that's one of those things we do as well, right? So over the last 12 months, we've assisted about 1,500 people. Our geographical reach is much larger, but we've assisted about 1,500 people, 1,200 with direct financial assistance, totaling about $5 million, and about 300 people in what we call housing counseling, financial fitness, and stuff like that. So by providing them and serving them to understand what their financial situation is, helps them remain housed. And as you mentioned, how do we keep them there? The second thing is how do we connect them with the resources necessary to keep them housed, and that's where that direct assistance comes in. So I strongly recommend reaching out to the Housing Authority. You have one here in La Junta, which is also La Junta, Otero County, Bent County Housing Authority, which we manage. And then also there's the Rocky Ford Housing Authority. All of those are absolutely necessary to receive some of those financial resources to keep people housed. But then you also have social services, your medical provider, all of those others that then can come in and collaborate with what organizations exist, such as ours, to address those people needing to remain housed. The homelessness, as we're talking about, those that don't have a place that they call home, really rely on the grassroots efforts of people like Yeehaw and our permanent supportive housing project that will actually provide about $10,000 of services to those individuals. This is not the rent that they pay. This is the services we provide in that form of mental health services and then potentially healthcare services. And so then we partner with Valley-wide, who was previously standalone as Southeast Mental Health Services. So as a housing organization, we provide a very robust array of services that unfortunately don't exist right here in La Junta, but our supportive housing project, which will open up, is in Rocky Ford, and you see that as you're going down the highway. Ours is the Osborn on 515 Elm Street. So that will be a tremendous service in South and Eastern Colorado that did not exist otherwise. Happy to answer other questions you may have, but again, utilize the resources that you do have here. People always forget about the housing authorities, about Department of Social Services, about Department of Health, about Valley-wide, right? All of those exist. Please provide resources or referrals to those agencies because they continue to get filtered through the whole system, particularly with the new robust system called Coordinated Entry System, in order to make those referrals to organizations like ours. So the resources actually exist. Now, unfortunately, as you mentioned, right, and everybody else mentioned, 30 people, 70 people, something like that. The volume is not large enough for La Junta to have its own fully funded shelter or fully funded anything, so to say, right? 70 people do not pay the bills unless the cities and the counties want to subsidize that. I don't think anybody has that type of money. We just listen to minutes about, where are your dollars going, right? Unless you have, my budget's going to be well over $500,000 a year for that project, right? $13 million to build it. $13 million to build it. So you need a lot of resources and a lot of capacity in order to make it happen. So that's why the power of these grassroots organizations is so great, and why we all need to donate to them and support their efforts, because they're the people on the ground that can do the street outreach that organizations like ours and the housing authorities cannot do. So it's got to be a community-wide event, community-wide effort, leveraging the resources of established organizations and your institutional organizations, but the grassroots organizations are hugely important as well. So that's just a much bigger explanation. Happy, Mr. Hart, to spend time with you talking more about it, or any of you other council members as well. Many of you who obviously I know, but many of you who I don't, happy to spend more time with you.
Cool. Thanks, Steve.
Okay, thanks.